Which is what
ultimate human being for a banker is a customer.
as it is for any business.
Perfect customer. And the perfect customer can be controlled by the bank itself.
In what way?
By controlling your taste, what you see as fashionable, what
They don't do that.
you feel is don't they?
When do they do that? When do they influence my tastes?
Through media.
Yeah, but they're not controlling the media.
Content over everything!
Oh, hold it. So he's saying that the bankers do not control the media. The bankers do not control the media. Okay. Now, the media, are there any of them without a bank account?
Into the bank account, right?
Wait a minute, you're suggesting because they're a business and they have a bank account, the banks are controlling what they're doing. They're only controlled, all they want is to get their money back or for you to carry on doing business with them.
Oh, that.
Was it about that? It's not just money, is it? I don't know, I'm just cheating.
Remember what we talked about earlier?
You mentioned
It's not about
earlier.
the money, but currency. Remember?
Right, but
Money.
we are into one currency, aren't we, in this country?
Huh?
We are into pound sterling in this country. So when you say currency, you mean other countries. So it's not just this country.
That's
isolated.
right. That's right. So you start moving to the realms of the International Monetary Fund, the IMF,
IMF,
global trading, and so on. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
So,
World Bank, and so on.
so what?
So what's going
I'm
on?
trying
Remember
to
you
grasp
said-
the
you
thread
said-
of what you.
Yeah. You said that the banks are not controlling the media. Then I said, remember, that all the media companies and organizations all have bank accounts.
So it's all connected, so it all works together in hand then. I don't know, I'm just...
Yeah, but a lot of the newspapers criticise the banks quite regularly,
Oh, hold that.
right? Now they've all got bank accounts. I imagine them.
Okay, hold that point then.
Yeah, that's a good
So a lot of the newspapers criticize who? The bank.
Yes.
Okay. So a lot of the newspapers criticize the banks. But do the newspapers have bank accounts?
Almost certainly.
Would this be offshore? Maybe not in
Yeah, but
this country?
why are you pulling a face like that? That's defeated your argument. Wait a minute, you're saying that the banks control the media, but
Of
I'm
course.
saying to you
Directly
that
and
I
indirectly.
can bring you a newspaper now and find a page where they're criticising one or more banks, right?
It's like shooting...
Okay, so
Do you
so what,
actually know
I
what you're
understand- hold it.
talking
Okay.
I mean, if you
so
don't,
what is criticism?
an adverse view of somebody, something, or person.
Right. So are we suggesting that there are newspapers out there that have adverse views against the bank?
Yes.
But they would be shooting themselves.
Do
in
you
the
ever
foot,
read
no?
the newspapers? Do you ever read the newspapers?
Did you hear what she just said? What do you think of what she just said?
I didn't really hear it.
Isn't it the
Say it
rich
again.
people
Say again.
controlling the banks
No,
and the newspapers?
Listen to what she just said. Say what,
No, he's not his point. He's saying that the banks control people,
The media.
the media. When you say control, do you mean influence what's entered into the newspapers?
Yes.
That means the information
But we've
we
just
have
said
is not
that
complete then.
quite regularly the newspapers criticise one or more banks.
Yeah. So then it
I
comes
mean,
into
in particular,
okay.
what was the
So
bank
then we
that
then we
really-
talk about the quality.
Royal Bank of Scotland
Okay.
comes in for
So then we're
enormous
talking about the
criticism.
quality of criticism. See?
It's
So
tolerated.
if I'm in the Conservative Party, yes, I may criticise other Conservative members. Am I correct?
Yes, but would that help anything? No.
Yeah, but my criticism is going to be refined to a certain quality that may damage my opponent within the party, but does not damage the party itself.
I see. Okay, so that
So
would be,
that's still criticism, isn't it? So do you see how I'm applying
Well,
it now?
give us an example, though.
Right. So say we're all members.
No,
hold
do
it,
you
hold it.
think?
So we're all members
Do
of
you
a party.
think the Boris Johnson criticisms of Theresa May are damaging the party?
No, definitely not.
Why not?
Because it's all conservative. They're all conservative. They're still members
Oh,
of
you're
the same
ju-
club. They're still members. They may
So
be.
you're only talking
hold it,
about
they
within
may-
the Conservative
slow down,
Party. You're
slow
not
down.
talking about
I'm- one second.
the reputation
What I'm
at
saying-
large, are you?
What I'm saying is that when you have a member, a group of people as a member of the society, they may be challenging each other
yes.
for better positions within the group.
So openly they would criticize each
You
other.
understand? So they're going to criticize each other to try and shuffle into a better position within the group. But they're not going to say anything that's going to damage the whole group, are they? It's like being in a ship.
That wouldn't make sense.
You understand? If we're all in the ship and our ship is racing another ship, you understand? That ship's over there trying to win the race. And then I want to be captain of this ship
Yeah.
because I believe if this ship is controlled under my direction, we can beat that ship.
Right.
And then you're saying, oh, no. If to beat that ship, I should be in control of the ship. So we're not going to sink the ship, are we? I'm not going to do anything to sink the ship. So we're criticizing. So that's why I was focusing on the word
Without
criticism.
damaging.
So the
Criticism
media,
without-
yes, the media will criticize.
Because they have the job to do to be media. Yeah, so of course, yes.
That means
Does that make point? Does that make
that
sense?
means that they are not criticizing a real thing.
Sorry?
That means that they are not criticizing a real thing.
Of course. Well, it's real to them within their circle, within their club.
I have just a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So if I have a bank account, that means that bank control me?
Of course.
How?
Okay.
Because control
Let's
me
let's
can
let's
mean a
do it
lot
at
of
a more extreme level. Okay. Let's say you're a business. So we move from the individual to business. So let's say you're a multi-million pound business and you're running the business.
I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, congratulations.
And your business is you're banking with me. Okay. So who do you think has more power? Him with the business or me the bank?
You the bank because you are the one who's got the money.
What would you think?
I think it's the bank.
Huh?
Depend. Okay.
I put the money on the bank.
Depends upon where you are.
See, right. But most people are thinking, yeah, but you're questioning. You see, the business. Right. So most people.
If it's a lot of money, it's the business because
Okay.
you can always go to
Right.
another
So
bank.
remember, the issue is about control. And I'm saying I'm controlling him. Yes. So,
Say that the bank is more
okay.
powerful.
So he's a big business in my bank,
Yeah, and he's doing well, so you're happy
and
about it.
he's making lots of money.
Good for you.
Okay. So he's making lots of money. His company's making lots of money. But let's say I'm the bank, and I don't like him.
Oh,
I like his business,
you don't like it?
but I don't like
Oh,
him.
that's really bad.
Ah,
My
you see this
goodness.
change now?
Could this happen? Really?
What?
I'm so in a, sorry, I'm so
Learn how to
naive.
kiss ass.
That's why I'm not a businesswoman, okay?
You see, just because it's his business
Don't kiss
and
his
he
ass,
set
he's
up
gonna
the
go to another
business,
bank.
Yes.
and the business is successful,
It's like a mine.
all of a sudden
Something,
he's
yeah.
They all hang out at the same
his
time.
business, yeah,
Maybe here.
his business can expand.
Here they do.
Yes, his business in my bank, and his business expanding.
You saw that.
But I have, he's not my only customer of my bank, is he? I could have other friends over here who I play golf with, you understand? And they have business as well.
So what's
And his business can expand until it starts to upset some of my friends.
Oh my goodness me, really?
What we're going to do with him? I'm the bank. Do you understand? So do you understand what I'm saying there?
It's capitalism. It's capitalism.
Yes, but
it's not only the bank. Everyone.
oh, but listen to the point. We're talking about control.
How business can be saved?
Yeah, but we're not talking about business now. We're not talking about business. Remember, it's about how do we control him?
Oh my goodness.
Do I control him? Can the bank control a person. See, so we're mixing the business with the individual.
I think at that level, the bank cannot control people. It's not
like
only
that.
Hold
bank account.
it. See, listen carefully. Banks. Listen to the words we're using.
You
Banks.
can control state.
No,
you
listen.
can control
No,
media, but
let's
not
slow down.
people.
We're talking about banks. We're talking about business,
Yes.
and we're talking about people.
But
Right. So just because you started up a business, you're a person, an individual, and then you have a successful business,
yes,
and then you're banking with me.
right.
But if I decide that I don't like you,
What's gonna happen?
Why?
and I like the
Why?
hold it, and I like
Why?
the business, I can take him out
You can?
and put somebody else. I put somebody else in.
How can you do that? If I
Okay,
don't want
okay.
to sell,
How and how?
Good.
Why?
I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you.
Illustrate.
Oh, right. So he's got the business.
Understand, you know.
He's got the business, and he has 100% shares. Right. So him and the business are one, and I'm the bank. Okay. So I don't like him for some reason,
Okay,
but I like the business.
that's unfortunate.
But he's got 100% shares. Okay. So I say, as business expands, he needs more money, doesn't he? Of course. More, take more loans.
He needs to.
And I'll say, yeah. And I'll say, okay, you want to expand? I will lend you this much money if you bring somebody else on the board.
To replace him?
No, doesn't go that quick.
No, okay.
Just you bring an assistance.
All right, yeah, okay.
Yes,
I'm
because
the assistant.
because I have some experts. I got some friends who are experts, and they specialize in so and so and so and so. If you let them work with you,
Yeah,
so you all work together,
yeah.
then I have more confidence to lend you more money.
And that works if you're stupid.
But it has to be there.
do you understand? But do you understand what I'm saying? Hold it slowly. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then slowly, I may bring somebody and they say, okay,
You push the other way.
yes, but let's look how it works. I bring in somebody, they take 10% share, so you got 90%.
But it's a level.
Yeah. So he had 100%. Now he's got 90%, and this other person got 10%. And then later on, somebody else comes in and got 15%.
he can buy
Hold-
15%. He can if I don't sell.
Good. So you got 15% over here, 10% over there, and then this person comes in as well, and then this person takes another 10%.
Try to buy out the business.
Right, and then slowly, once it goes over that critical 50%,
Get better interest in the bank.
finish,
Really?
and we've got the whole business.
This is how it works, really?
That's how it works, and I have lots of friends who went down like that.
country.
They didn't understand.
I think if
Why
that
don't
you
you
are sure
have
that
a-
I'm going to ask
Well,
the bank
I'm
for the
only
money,
going to buy
but I
a
can
dime.
have my own money.
And I'll make you one.
Okay.
But my business is
And I need the bank
Yeah.
only for transaction.
Like Donald Trump.
Only for transaction. I don't
okay.
ask him money.
Okay. But watch this.
Interesting question, though.
Yeah, brilliant. Very good.
So what
But
happens then?
if you're, because you're banking with me, I can see what you're doing.
So I agree.
If I can see what you're doing, and I see where your money's moving, and I say, oh, he's buying this and he's buying that.
This is great, no? It's good for you. Of course it is.
I've got ultimate intelligence on your business, haven't I?
Of course, because you see all the transactions.
But what? So if you see the transaction, for
Yeah,
example,
but remember, so I see all the transactions, I see what you're doing, and I don't like you, but I like the business. See, I have material to take you out, haven't I?
You can do this anytime, can you, in fact? For the bank, they can do this. I never imagine associated bank doing kind of strategical influencing power in that way. You
That's
know.
right.
I
People
never-
don't see
But
that way,
it's-
but you find out the hard
No,
way.
because it's subtle.
That's right.
It's
Very
subtle. It's
subtle.
not going to be
Boom.
in your face,
No,
right? So
no.
I'm very naive myself. So, but it's really educational. That's somebody's telling you. So that's
I agree with that. But not only the bank, I mean, everyone do that. Everyone. If, for example, I am, I don't know, a businessman, and I have a friend of mine who is
Yes.
a businessman, and I know everything about his strategy, I'm going to take it.
Of course.
This is capitalism.
Of course.
But what I mean is that if I don't need bank only for transaction,
Is it safe?
They're going to.
Yeah, but remember
what
the
they're going
beginning
to
of the conversation. The question was, can banks control
Of course.
people?
Yes.
And the whole conversation is about banks and people.
It could be.
And then we
If you
started.
let them-
Then it moved into business. So can banks control business? But the beginning of the conversation was about people. So I'm just making a point that if I don't like him,
You can still.
I can
find a
take
way.
him out and still keep the business running.
What will happen to the farm?
Trouble. But they have to control the business. And the way to control the business is to control the people
Yeah, see, I can agree more.
who are running the business. So if they don't like you, you have to go.
Something ain't got a bank.
Pardon?
I did have a bank raising, I put it under the floorboards. And now I'm 81.
Okay.
Now I put it in the building society. I get more interest.
So watch this. See?
There you go.
Yeah, but hear what he said.
And I'm on the streets. I got down flats.
But
That's
hear
my
this.
business.
Yeah, but hear this. They put money under the mattress or under the floorboards.
Yeah, that's well, that
Yeah?
was the
Yeah.
what parents would do.
Yeah,
this, right?
but put money. But do you know that the money they redesign it every now and then? So how long can you
so
keep?
that would, I see.
Do you understand? So if you start piling up all this money, you got huge amount of money underneath your floorboards and in your mattress,
No.
right? Sooner
No
or
way.
later, when they
way.
change the money, you're gonna have to take all that.
No.
You're gonna have to go with that and go to a bank.
You move it about.
And
You move it about,
plus,
put it
at
in
that
there.
point, they're gonna know what you got under your floorboards, aren't they?
Well, they will find out, of course, yeah, because
Yeah, because they can't tell. They can't tell what you got under the floorboards in the mattress. But sooner or later, you're gonna have to come to them and say, "Can you change it?" See? So they still have you. Sorry? Huh?
First of all, you never put it in your house like that because when your house burns down.
There you
Put it
go.
in a safety deposit box and you buy gold or precious metals and you store that somewhere.
That's right.
And if you've got cash, then once a year or so, you constantly swap that cash out with new bills.
See, so that's what people are
You gotta
working.
know how to do that.
That's right.
But that still involves the bank because the cash you need it somewhere.
That's right.
Cash money.
That's right.
So we are all,
So it's a battle.
Everywhere you
It's a
go,
battle.
people like cash.
So people are trying to hide as much cash as they can from the bank,
yeah.
as much as they can. But the bank is going further and further and further. What they want to know everything you're doing. Because it's control.
Never happened with these damn credit cards and debit cards.
There you go.
Because now the IRS has them. If you own a business, the processing company that processes all your credit cards, they have to turn into the IRS what they paid you each year.
There you go.
And then when you file your income tax returns, then they compare it and go, well, this is showing that you have $1.8 million in credit card sales.
That's right.
But you only declared $1.5 million in sales.
Yes.
The money. Yeah, show me the money. Jeremy Maguire.
So
no?
explain yourself.
That's right. That's right. That's
Jeremy
right.
Maguire. Show me the money.
Explain
Not to me,
yourself.
it's the
That's
movie.
right.
Oui. C'est bien, on se retrouve tous, hein, c'est-
Now, where do you get your expertise in banking? Because I deal a lot with banks, and I also deal a lot with politicians. So you're going to have a hard time telling me something that's not accurate.
Right. Good. Good.
So I'm not familiar. I'm not familiar at all with the system over here.
Right. Okay.
And I know that the banks used to be the banks had guidelines, but then after the debacle where Congress forced lending companies like Freddie Mac, Fannie Mae to issue substandard loans, or they penalized the lending institutions if they didn't, and then the economy got burped in it, and then all these substandard loans, all these people now aren't making the money, now they can't pay, so then they're having to foreclose on all these people, then we have a banking crisis in Congress.
Did you catch that? What he's saying?
They blame it on the banks.
Say it again for these people. Say what you said there, because what you said there is very important.
South
Let them hear what you're saying.
All right. Congress forced the banks to issue substandard loans, so everybody, no matter whether or not they had the income
Force
or good credit,
the banks
okay?
issue.
Well, actually, not
Substandard.
the banks, because it wasn't the banks. It was Freddie Mac,
sempre
Fannie
bianchi,
Mae,
seconda categoria.
which are mortgage, the nationwide mortgage company, backed by the government. Now, they force them, and they also force the banks to make substandard loans to give people that do not have good credit the chance to buy a home, buy this, and do whatever.
Great opportunity.
This is people. Listen to the word slowly.
Then we had a
People.
dip in the economy, and then the people couldn't pay.
Of course they couldn't
So
pay, but
now
they knew that,
the banks have to foreclose. Now we have a banking crisis. What does Congress do? The evil banks, it's their fault. So then they go from having guidelines to passing the Frank Dodd bill, which then gave not guidelines but like directives to the bank.
procedures, yeah.
That
Don't
this
like
is
that.
what you have to
Put it
do.
under the floorboard.
Now,
I know what you mean, yes.
it got
You don't pay
so
interest then,
bad.
do you?
It got so bad
No, I'm
that
not going to go to bed and I'll make you under it.
say for instance, if you had a housing development that you were building, say maybe a development the size of this entire park, and you were building house after house after house, and it was all mortgaged at the bank, then the government required the bank to have an appraisal done on your project once a year. Because of the housing crisis, it caused the real estate bubble to burst. Real estate values were dropping, so now when you have to have a value to loan ratio of maybe 80% on a development, unimproved property is like 60%.
A lot of people went into
Okay.
trouble.
Then you get this new appraisal, the value has dropped 15%. Now the bank, even though you have paid your notes to the bank on time every month for years, never missed a payment,
And then
now you get a call on your loan that says because of the new appraisal on your property, which dropped 15%, you need to come up with $3.5 million
but they can't.
to get the value to loan ratio correct. You don't have that.
But that's not their fault. At the end of the day, it's not fair to us
They
then.
have to foreclose on you.
That's right.
They have to foreclose on you.
That's mad. That's insane.
Yeah,
Because,
he's showing you real
because
world.
people made a loan. They get a loan. This is why bank control people.
No,
But
no, the
that-
bank were forced. Initially, the gentleman said the bank were forced by the Congress, the government,
Yeah.
Yeah, they
They
are
passed
to
the
make a
bank
deal,
They
to
are
make
linked.
an offer to the people so that they could actually, no matter what, whatever was their credit rate, bad or good, they could all have the opportunity to buy, to have a
But
credit.
Congress Trust Bank.
They force the bank. But the thing is, of course, there is a side effect. It's insane because the people who didn't have a good credit, had an opportunity to pay with the money they didn't have, like a credit. But because the value of the property went down, then they were short of money at some point, and the one who suffers are you and I, the ordinary people who work very hard. You know what I mean? And the bank lost as well, no? The banks must have been a very awkward situation too in that bubble. No? Or not all of them. Maybe one or two maybe benefited because crime always benefits somebody. No? So who is it? Who is the baddie? Yeah? I want to know.
What I mean is every establishment controls us. Everything have some influence on people. I mean school, I mean state, I mean company, I mean everything.
Yeah.
So we can't be totally free.
Exactly.
We can't be.
You're right on that.
We can't be totally free. So
Compose with it.
we have to compose with it. For example, you can be free even if you don't have account in the bank, you don't use bank, for example, finance, school, they're gonna, you know what I mean?
I understand. Right. So now we're going to go into what is a bank and how does a bank relate to a culture and people. So I'm saying.
But we need the bank so far.
Yeah, we need it. The problem is that the banks, school, state don't play their real role. Normally we have to be
what is the real role?
We have
What
to
is
be
the
partner.
real? Very good. You're right on the point now.
To make money.
Slow down.
Make money.
Slow down. Slow down.
Make money. It's a
What
company, a bank.
is the real role of
invest,
bank.
To look
create.
after money, to keep our money safe and to
And
look after it.
Oh,
That's
keep
what
money.
that's my definition.
You see, we're all over the place there, you see? Right.
Okay.
See? But I like the word our. See, you said make the banks.
To make money back.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
If the bank's role
It's
is
win-win,
just to make money, right, that bank would have a certain character. If the bank's role is, as you said,
Yes.
is to look after
Yeah.
our,
Our money.
yes,
To keep safe the money.
that's
This
right,
is my
good,
definition.
then
Yeah.
that's going to have a different character. So if you understand, so
But
your
the banks-
difference is, your different definitions of what a bank is,
So there are several banks different.
so it depends, what is the philosophy of the bank? What a bank, what is its values?
Show me the money. I mean,
Yeah.
yes,
So we can't
Keep money.
assume that all banks are the same, can we?
That's it.
So
Yeah,
so
good
it all
point.
depends on who's running it and
are
what
different
society
banks.
and what
Banks.
values they hold.
My good.
You
Different
understand?
banks, different
So certain banks could arise out of the people,
The purpose of a bank is to aid in the flow of commerce.
but for who?
But the problem is not with only the bank. I mean, you have a problem with capitalism there. Because even if you go to any
How can you
any
have capitalism without a bank?
you can have capitalism without no bank.
okay.
For example, you can capitalism is just you have to take your part like you want in the
The what?
market. You have to capitalism is you have to take your part
Piece of the cake.
the piece of the cake. There is no rule for that. You can take it like you want. So if my friend, like I said before, if my friend, and I'm not a bank, I'm a company, if my friend, I know information about my friend, I'm
will
going to
eat.
use it. I'm going to use it.
Which is permission.
Without its permission. It's capitalism, it's the jungle.
Sorry, I'm really not
So,
a business
the jungle.
It's the jungle. It's that. So
I
bank,
wouldn't last very long.
they are in this in this thing, you know.
Okay, so you talk about yourself and your friend, right? A bank could be a representative of a society, a group of people who have shared values, then create a bank for themselves.
And bring a capital together.
You understand? And then so that bank has the values of the people that built it.
All right. For which purpose?
But there are other banks
Yes.
that are there just because they're for themselves.
Take advantage and
You understand? So they're fundamentally different. Do you see the difference there?
No, I don't
Right.
see the difference because why
Absolutely, there's a difference. Your small community banks.
Right.
work that way.
Good.
Your-
Good.
your
Explain to him the
Capital
difference.
One,
Explain to him the difference.
Capital One, ING, or whatever some of your banks are over
why
here.
why
Do you understand what you
yeah,
say?
I understand it, but why
There's a
why-
difference. You understand? What is the difference?
Why the people are going to go together to create a bank? Is to make money. Why I'm going to create a bank is to make money.
Okay.
You understand why?
The only way to go.
No. See, you got, see, there's a confusion about what money is. See, make money for what?
But wait,
See,
it's not a
money
problem
is,
to make
is
money.
supposed to
It's
be
not a problem.
serving the community, isn't it?
Well, initially,
It can
that's
be.
the plan, that's the plan,
It
right?
can
No?
be. Money can be made
Yes.
to serve the community,
It's a
but there's
beautiful
money.
plan, I
There's
like
money
that.
that can be made just to serve the bank.
and
Different values.
That won't be for us then, because that will
And
be
for you?
themselves.
Correct.
That will have no access to the public. The public will have no access to that bank
They-
because
exactly.
they just want to help themselves. So that means
Exactly.
they are different families. You
That's
know what
right.
I mean?
Good.
You have different mentality,
That's
different
right.
value, different groups. So
Yes.
different groups of people means different.
but they have the same
Good.
goal. Make
Sorry?
money. They have the same goal. Make money. And
Yes.
it's not a problem to
The
make
movie
money.
too many times. Jerry Maguire, show me the money.
Okay.
It's not a
So-
problem.
You know?
Okay. What do you understand money to be?
Yes.
But I mean,
Let's say-
if we say if
Hold
we
it. Hold it.
take
What
the-
do you understand money to be?
it's a
Way
val-
of keeping
it's
score.
a val-
You. What is money?
I don't know. It's yeah,
It's a
it's
val-
paper. Yeah.
You hear that? You hear that? See,
Paper.
because people don't talk about money much.
money is credit.
Hold it.
It's credit.
Okay.
Money it mean a lot. That's
No,
why.
it's mean credit money.
Okay. What is the difference between money and currency?
Money and what?
Currency.
Money and currency.
I'm not an English speaker, so I don't know to explain it precisely in English. This is
Any way you like.
I don't know.
Explain to me in French. and
What do you
I will-
think?
I will relate in
Mais
English.
je sais pas, la différence. Nous, on a utilisé l'argent. En français, on utilise argent, c'est la même chose.
Ouais, mais
La monnaie.
Tu as la devise. Tu as l'argent et la devise.
C'est très bien.
Il te pose la question. Quelle est la différence entre l'argent et la devise? Parce qu'il y a différentes devises, différents pays, différentes monnaies, différentes devises.
I don't know.
Tu sais, c'est la livre sterling.
Okay,
c'est
what-
l'euro, par exemple, c'est ça les devises.
What's the word for money in French?
Argent.
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 A-R.
Right, okay. What's the word for currency in French?
Devise.
Huh?
Devise.
Devise.
Non, non, devise. D-E-V-I-S-E. Devise.
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 Okay, okay. Argent and devise.
Devise.
Okay.
Each country has got a currency.
Okay.
That's what
So-
I was trying to explain.
Which is it's quite good how this conversation. What's this? How this conversation has progressed. So we kept throwing the word money in there. Oh yeah, but it's to make money. Money. See, money.
You don't know it's money.
Yeah, but people exactly. You just think it's not just you. Everyone just throws money. That word just comes
Yeah,
out. Money,
it's
money, and they don't know what they're
Faire de
talking
l'argent.
about.
But it's value,
I
no?
agree with
Money
that.
is value,
totally
no?
agree.
Because
Okay,
it
so
has-
let's slow
carries
down
some
now
value
and break
somehow.
down what this word is.
Yes. We need to know what
Because we were saying, oh, everybody wants to make money. Oh, the banks want to make money. Oh, the community wants to make money. Money. But nobody knows what money is.
J'ai rebossé ce que vous voulez.
All right. So,
define
Can we
money.
say currency is money?
remember I said, what is the difference between money, currency?
For me, there is no difference.
So, hear what he said?
Yes.
For me, there's no difference between money and currency. So, money, in the most basic sense, he's changing his mind now.
You know why? Because I'm going to tell you what's
Good.
for me money. Money is just credit.
Credit.
It's a credit. For example, I have credit. You do a work for me. I have credit for you. You know.
Like a value.
It's a value. So I'm going to give you something that represents this value.
All right, I understand.
And it can be a paper. It can be a coin. It can be salt. It can be
Chicken?
it can be chicken.
Oh, I see.
And
So-
this, and we agree
just the
in the
currency.
society,
Yeah.
our society, we agree that this is gonna be our.
But in our
balance.
society, we believe in coin and paper.
Well, but for you, friend, he said it could be something else.
Yeah,
Chicken
but
as
in
well,
our
no?
It
society,
can be everything, because for example, when you take
understanding
20 pounds,
this term.
that's
Something which
that's
has got a
nothing.
value in that case. It's not just the money, it's not just the coins, it can be also an animal that can be used as this
But
is
we,
the
we have to
credit I give you.
agree that's it's our fault.
It's a belief in one thing.
Exactly.
I am so interested to know what you have to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm listening.
Yes, me too.
All right,
Me too. I want
okay.
to know
So,
something. Yeah,
The
yeah.
greenbacks I got in my wallet, I call it money. It's also currency, so I don't give a shit what you call it.
Okay. All right. So
If I want
The
to
most
go buy a
fundamental
cup of coffee,
difference-
I gotta have it.
the most
That's what matters
fundamental.
to me.
I'm a cafe latte girl as well. I love my coffee too.
I don't care what you call it. It buys my coffee when I want
Okay.
it.
Okay.
If I go to get on the train, I had to find some way to pay for that little thing I put on the little.
Oyster card. All right. So it's very important to know the difference. Money, fundamentally, is something you can see.
We can or we cannot.
Move it around. You can see
Okay,
it.
yeah.
Money.
Money.
Something that is-
You can see it. Do this. That. Money. But the difference now, currency is invisible because currency controls the value. And the value you can't see it, can you?
No, we just believe in what is written like a 5
That's
pound,
right,
5
that's
pound,
right,
10
that's
pound
right.
is a 10 pound.
I disagree with it. Currency is printed money. That's why each country has its own currency. Money is transferred electronically through cyberspace every day, trillions of dollars throughout the world. And that's a scary thought because if something went wrong with that system, the whole world, the financial system, the whole world would collapse.
Collapse again if people above don't
And
learn from it.
then you wish you were in America where we all have guns. So that when some people come to try to take your shit, we can shoot them.
So
That's very scary too.
Scary, yeah?
It's very
So-
scary too.
Well, if it's scary not to have
All right.
one.
So people talk about money all the time,
Oh yes,
but very rarely do you hear them talk about currency, except when they're going on holiday.
that is so true.
Because
Yes.
then they start thinking, what's the exchange rate? Yeah, but then nobody talks about currency. They always say, I got bills to pay, I got this money, I got to pay that, money. But they don't talk about currency.
Only on holiday.
Because currency is when you're crossing the borders.
That's right.
When
Yeah.
you're crossing the borders,
Different system.
the exchange rate.
Unless you use
The exchange rate. So,
Yeah.
money, see, currency you can't, and the value is in the currency.
It always change.
Is this currency, for example?
That's money.
What's currency?
The value
What
of
is the value of that piece of metal
So
there?
money is also the value of that.
because we believe.
This money also. I
The-
can
the-
call
the-
it. It's the same for me.
Not the same because they're two different words. You don't say what's the
different
money,
words, but
what's the currency exchange rate.
The exchange rate changes. Is it every day or every month? I don't know.
They're always playing with it in the city or whatever. You see,
every
it's the
day.
exchange rate.
The value of the money changes.
Value. So, for example, I speak to many Nigerian economists. I say, look, okay, so the Nigerian naira was the same value as the pound. 1 naira,
Yeah.
1 pound.
Is it still current time today? Same value or is it
No.
a while ago?
Something happened,
Oh my.
and now the naira dropped 500. So imagine we're all in the building.
Oh my goodness.
It's 500 stories up, and I push you out. So it was 1 naira to 1 pound, and then now it's about 470.
Yeah, why?
400. That's the question.
How
That's the
come?
question. That's the
trouble
question.
to trouble
How-
the country.
How
How did that happen?
do you move
Yes,
the value of a currency
that's a good question. I was
so
surprised.
right the way?
Drastically.
So whoever
because they sell the
whoever knows
Yes.
how to move the value,
Who is it?
right? They have incredible power.
Of course.
It's like you could be, you could, so whatever you have.
You just choose just
If I just devalue it,
money don't belong to
it
them.
doesn't matter what you're printing. You can print as much money as you like.
the value is
But
yours.
if I control the value, you. So even you yourself, your flesh, even your diamonds or your gold, anything. If I control the value of it,
Wow. This is
and
terrifying.
that's right. So
no?
then we're talking about the realms of currency, and the realms of currency is the realms of magic. Because you
Some
can't
people-
see it, can
some-
you?
I
You
know,
don't
I
understand
don't.
what's going on.
Is it
But
one
there's people who
person?
know how to manipulate.
Is it one person or a group of people who
Ah,
decide what currency
there you
to-
go.
to
There you go.
change?
Then we're going to move into another level of discussion. Because now we're not talking about money, because money is nothing now. Once you start moving to about currency, money
Okay.
is nothing, is it?
No, without the currency, no.
It's a control.
You know what currency will make me?
Sorry?
The power of purchase.
It's a power of currency is the same as purchase of power. Power of purchase. It's the same thing.
Ooh.
It's the same thing.
Now,
It's
this is the word.
linked, c'est connecté, c'est lié.
No, it's the
Hein?
same thing.
Okay.
It's the same thing.
This is the
How
word.
do you buy?
This is the
I'm
word.
going
To
to
buy
show
with
you.
the
Power. You notice the word, you use the word power. See, this conversation's moving now. See, we're talking about money, was all down here.
What do you do with
Then
it?
now
What
we
do you
moved
buy?
up to currency.
Yeah.
Now we're moving to value, and then now new words are coming into the conversation,
Yeah,
like power.
Buy.
Okay,
That's right.
right,
Purchase,
right.
yes.
So now we're talking at a different. Now the conversation is at a different level now,
The usage-
altogether.
the usage of the
So anybody comes in here talking about money, it's like, what are we talking about?
Okay.
Because the whole conversation is moving up now to the
Yeah.
heights. It's moving up to the
I hope
heights.
we can understand or that you can break it down for us.
That's
yeah?
right, we have to
From
break
the
it down,
height
we break it
to
down
us,
together. Of
because
course,
that
of course.
But
one
sometimes
like
it's useful to have a low.
Yes,
value
you start there. That's right. Because
Yeah.
we stand on the ground. We start there. We start the conversation
Yeah.
down
Yeah,
here,
yeah, no.
and then we keep talking and we keep talking. We go higher and higher
yeah.
as we talk.
So now, move on.
Do you know,
Side of
do you
the
know how
level.
Over the
do you know-
currency.
So do you know how we
it's still
evaluate
money, isn't it?
the currency? How? Do you know how?
How is this controlled?
Always made
Simple.
it. Always made
Oh,
it.
yeah?
How is it?
How it's simple. Where for example, you have
National
a
Bank.
value on your bank. I don't know, a gold. So you are going to print a paper that represents the gold that you have. And if you
They've gone off that standard years ago.
Yeah.
yes,
That's
but you are
right.
doing
It's over.
simple.
That's right,
You are
that's
doing
right.
simple. It's the
The
same.
gold standard.
It's the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
system,
yeah.
but it's the same system.
It's
but
over,
only,
but it's-
only it's more complex. But it's the
Now.
same logic. It's the same logic. So you have
Is it?
gold.
Same
It's the same
logic.
logic. Only now people they haven't only gold. They have building. They have other currency. They have other thing.
You're throwing lots of words in there. You're throwing in currency and buildings.
I-
No. Let's slow down. Let's slow down. So what it is, he just pointed out that the money currency has gone off the gold standard. Right.
Yeah.
So since it's gone off the gold standard, what standard is it on now?
No idea.
It's just what.
Let's see.
Oh.
Let's see.
It can be everything that
Hold
you
on,
can
hold on.
possess.
It can be everything.
Yes, that have
So
value.
it's moved from gold,
No, it doesn't.
and he
You see,
says
I mean, the
it
thing,
can be anything.
It's just that we all accept the fact that I give you that, you give me something in exchange.
Yeah.
That's true. We have the trust on this.
It's just based on trust. It's not based on anything.
Of course, it's trust. Everything is trust. Everything.
Yeah, but
is
you're
there.
saying it's the value is in the
But,
buildings.
but it's the
That's
value.
right.
I mean, it's the value that we give to the building. You know what I mean? If
We
if
give.
We give. Yes.
Who's we?
We as society.
Society.
Yeah.
I think
What society are you talking about?
For
people who buy buildings?
people
What
who buy
society
building.
are you talking about?
Society. If you want, all the world.
All the world.
If you want, yeah.
If I want.
Yeah. If you want, it doesn't matter.
Who can afford
Do
a
you
building?
understand that there are societies that would not accept you as a member of their society? You are outside their society.
Outside,
could be,
yeah.
but-
It's the same for me.
Yeah,
don't
of
get me
course.
wrong. I'm
care?
out as well. Don't worry. We're out
So
as well.
which society is deciding the value of the building? Which society? Is it your
bank.
society?
It's in the different
Yeah.
societies.
Which
In my-
society is
For
deciding the
example,
value of the building?
If you are in UK, it's the people of UK that.
Are
decide.
you a person of the UK?
No, I'm not.
Oh.
But it's
If I were.
Okay. So we threw that word society,
Yeah, but, in
but we can
fact,
see it's a very serious word,
it involves a lot behind
because
the,
you said society is deciding
Like the
the
same.
value of the building.
It should be like
value of everything.
Which society is that? That is
For
deciding the
example,
value
we
of
are
everything.
We are only 2%, okay, in the
China.
world. Imagine. We are two people on me and you, okay?
you're the top leaders then.
Yeah.
You are two leaders
And-
in the world.
And we decide, for example, that we agree that chicken, with one chicken we can buy 2 kilos of potatoes,
That's
for
the
example.
currency, the chicken.
Yeah, but you're
For
talking about society, aren't you?
We are society. Me and you can be society.
Yeah,
If
but
we are two
but what if I don't accept you as a member of my society?
We'll have a
we will fight. So
No, we don't fight.
but the fight is not how to say that.
It's really scary, you know? Because the
It's
battle-
not necessarily violent, you know. It's a fight or fight here. You know, we
But
just get
battle.
value
Battle?
imposes itself also. For example, if
Value impose itself.
of course.
How's
For
that?
example, if you need water, you need water, and you have, I don't know, gold as you want, and you want to buy it, and I will not give you. The value of my water
Oh, so
is going to
you and
increase.
your society will not give me the
me,
water.
only me.
You.
I'm the only one having water in the world. Imagine
You're
that.
the supplier. Is the only supplier?
I'm the only supplier.
Okay.
So if I don't want
And you're
if
by
I-
yourself, yes?
Yeah, by myself.
Okay.
If I don't want,
And there's 500 of us,
Of
and you
course.
want
Yeah.
one by yourself.
So we can
myself.
decide it.
I can decide the value
Oh,
of
yes.
my
Price
water.
you-
Oh,
if
yes.
you need it, but if you don't need it,
Okay. So
No, no,
you
no.
alone, you have the water, you
Yeah.
by yourself. I have 500 in my society,
Yeah.
and we have weapons,
yeah,
and we have gold,
Oh, no pressure.
but
No, there is pressure.
and you by yourself
yeah,
with the water.
But
What do you think is going to happen?
I'm telling you, not conflict. I'm going to sell you not as much. I am going to sell you But the
You got to
value
sell
of,
me.
yeah, of course, but the value of my water is
The
going down.
interest.
You know,
What
it's
makes
going down?
So
Why?
are you going to talk
Because
to
you
me?
have a power.
Hold
of
it,
it.
hold it. Are you going to talk to me?
He will be willing to give you water if you give me something.
Oh,
It should be like
he'll be
this.
willing. Yes. So you're going to talk to me.
Yeah, of course, of course.
You're gonna talk- I got 500. I got 500 people in my society. I have gold. I have weapons, and he's by himself. We've walked by the water.
But he has
Am I going to
nuclear
talk to
bomb.
him?
He has a
Am
nuclear
I going
bomb.
to talk to him? No, he didn't say that. He didn't say that. He's by himself,
C'était tout seul, lui.
sitting by the water.
Okay,
But you're talking about value as a cost or value as a
Yeah.
as a moral cost or value as a cost?
it's important to
But he can decide it, which
He can't
price he
decide
wants.
nothing. I'll kill him.
It depends
They'll
what
kill him.
What?
Boom.
Yeah.
Dead.
they're gonna kill
Then
me.
he's not around.
about
The water's free
negotiation?
now.
But if you are equal,
Ah, well, there we start talking about that. We
Yeah,
start
he does the
talking-
same
Ah,
army,
then it goes
same
back now to
weapon,
power.
weapon.
Ah, then we
Yeah.
start talking about power again. You see?
you can
But he was
deal
he
with
was
him
saying
because you have.
because he's got power.
Yeah,
Maybe
and
just
you
by
have
himself and just got water.
Yeah, but he said that just to say that he can decide it, which price he wants. He can.
He can't decide nothing. We're not listening to him at all.
Of course, I can decide. I think the half and one. No, listen to me.
You just put a tape on your mouth.
If
Well,
I
that's
decide,
what they
If
do.
you kill him, he had already hidden the water. If you kill him,
Oh,
you wouldn't know where the water
ah,
is.
right. That's if he hid the water. But if we know where the water is,
You don't
let's
know where the
finish.
water is.
even if you know.
Yeah, if we don't know,
you
ah,
don't
then he
know.
has power.
He has
Good,
power.
good,
No,
good.
even-
That's right. Then he has power.
Even
Because
if-
only he knows where the water is. That's right.
even if you know where is the water, I can promise to the half and one more of your people to give them to be more rich
Yeah.
than the other, and they
Corruption,
are going to come
your
with me.
people.
No, it's not corruption. it's business.
Power.
It's power, of course.
Power. You have the power
Okay.
of having the
Why?
water,
But
and
why?
he has the power
Okay.
of having the
But
Why I
water.
have
listen, watch
power?
this. Watch this.
Why I have
My
power? Because I have
society
value.
has
Who?
500.
Which part
my
is the
society
worst case?
Has 500 people, and he's not a member of the society. So he's not a member of our society. So why is he gonna have any control over my society?
Because I have value behind
I
me.
have a question. Could this be possible in this environment where you have a society of 500 strong and you are by yourself, but you
Yes.
have your resource and you got your resource as well,
Yes.
but you know you need the water, even though he's by himself, is there a possibility of negotiation at all? Would it be
No, not if he has.
possible, or you would
If
not
he
even
has no power,
negotiation?
no negotiate.
He has water.
I have power. I have water.
No. That's
course,
if
yes.
we don't know where the water is.
Even if you know, I can give, I can give it to the half of your people and promise them that I give them if they kill the other one. You know,
No, my
I have something. I have something. I have
So
something
you
negotiate.
have only yourself.
No, I have water.
No, but he
And
has
they are
No,
going
the
to accept
water is there.
because they will have twice more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but-
this is power.
But we can take him out before he gets a chance to talk to the people. That's
Why,
what
but-
the media
why,
does,
but-
isn't it? That's what the newspaper does. That's what the media does.
That's
We
hypocrisy.
send leaflets to all the 500 members. We say that there's a terrorist there.
Oh, yeah.
You understand?
Oh,
And don't associate with this terrorist.
you would be, oh my goodness.
You understand? We write letters to all our things. He's a Muslim terrorist and he's got water.
But that's not true.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's by society. It's by society. I can say anything about him.
So what
He's an
happened-
alien terrorist.
I have a question because I am the ordinary person who read the newspaper and I believe in the newspaper.
That's right.
But maybe this is a mistake because then I realized through another friend who was in that country and who told me a different story of the newspaper conflicting and say, well, actually, this is not true. This gentleman is not a terrorist. He is a
like the
reputable,
Iraq-
noble person who did nothing and who would not even kill a fly. He was murdered. But
Yes.
can we change the dynamic? We cannot because
Well-
the crime has already been committed, right? And at the end of the day,
Yeah,
who is
so
going to
yeah,
pay
but
for
where's
the
yeah,
crime?
that's right. So you're a member of my society and he's by himself with the water.
And you assume that in your society there is no moral.
Is what?
There is no moral.
Only interest.
Oh, morals. That's
Yeah.
an interesting word.
Of course,
Because
value.
every
also
society
is
has
Let's
something,
slow
no?
down. Let's slow down. Let's slow down.
It's different.
Morals. Interesting word. Let's look at that word for a bit. What are or what is moral? To have moral value. What is
me,
moral?
Based on God.
For
Sorry?
me, it's simple. For me, it's simple.
We are moral.
I believe in God. I believe in the message of God. So I'm going to tell it's the truth, you know. And my moral is from there. It's easy for me.
Hold it. It
depends. If my God tell me no. If my God, it's different.
Good. Right. Oh, but let's go. Yeah.
It's moral, okay.
Right. How do morals develop? Where do morals come from?
I'm telling you, for me, it's simple.
No, slow down. For me, just say, where do morals come from?
From a religion.
Hold it.
From a religion.
From a religion. Oh, good. Where do morals come from?
From God, not from a religion. From God. From
Right.
me.
So he says from God, he says from a religion. Where do morals come from?
Yourself. You don't have to be religious.
So he says the morals come from the self.
I'm not religious, but I'm moral. I do the good thing.
Okay. Where do morals come from?
From the family
Family.
upbringing, you know, your
Family
parents tell you
upbringing.
what's right from wrong.
Interesting,
So the morals are
interesting.
connected to the background where you come from.
That's what makes
Background,
To the
where you come from, identity.
And nationality, hello. But anyway, parents are the same, mothers and fathers, you know, to teach the right from wrong.
Right.
That's it.
These are some very serious points there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you said the individual, the self.
Yes,
But then
need to
you
learn
expanded it.
from someone.
That's right. Then you expanded it
Knowledge has
to
to
say
be
that this self,
passed down, yeah.
it comes out from the family values of the
Yeah.
culture.
Disagree.
And the school as well.
Oh, but look,
parents,
he disagrees.
Disagree.
Yeah.
If my parents told me to go out killing everybody,
Huh?
if my parents told me to go out killing everybody,
Yeah.
so I'd be moral to go and do that. No, my own judgment, myself says, no, that's immoral. I make my decision what moral is,
Yeah.
and that's me.
Yeah, then you speak as an adult, but obviously the foundation.
As
of
a
the
child,
as well,
and that's
yeah.
why as a parental responsibility,
Good point,
you have a
yes.
lot of responsibility on a child because you can, without realising it,
I understand
impose
what-
immoral activity.
But it's a good point to have, sir.
For example, racism is bad or is good thing?
What is?
Racism. It's bad or
Racism.
good thing?
It's bad.
But if
Sorry,
you
hang
have
on.
one
In this day and age, I couldn't even tell you what that means anymore.
Yeah, no.
Because that's so, the word is now so corrupted. You've only got to debate. I could debate you,
Yes.
like I'm doing now, and you call me a racist.
Yeah,
so
of
therefore,
course.
that word now is being totally misused. If they reserved it for people who are racist, I mean, can you tell me the difference? It's off subject, sorry. The difference between
We're going to go back to the morals in a minute, but we'll
the
listen
difference
to
right,
between
good.
racism and prejudice.
Yeah.
Do you know the difference?
Racism and?
Prejudice. People mix them up and get mixed up severely.
Prejudice
And
is
they
what you
don't.
think.
Prejudice is something what survives your life. You prejudge a situation, you know. But then racism is when you actually do something deliberately because of that person's racial background.
This is technology calling you.
Um,
Say it back now, I don't know.
Might be worse, sorry. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Thank you for sharing.
Because you see, when you threw that word in, moral, just like we earlier on in our discussion, we talked about people just throwing in the word money, and then we took our time and then looked at to break down the word money. So now we're trying to break down the word moral because these words seem to override everything. Wow, we're all about money. Everybody's got to make money. Oh, you've got to be moral. See, but where does the morality come from? Where do the values for morality come from? So you're saying God, you said religion, you said family, he said individual. Where do you think moral comes from?
All of the previously mentioned.
All of them. Okay. So,
Because sometimes, like, some interpretations of religion might push you to do
Some
an immoral thing,
interpretation.
then I would ask.
interpretation.
Some interpretation.
Yeah, I said interpretation.
Religion is perfect.
Yeah, I said
Yeah.
interpretation. So then I'm gonna go back to my individual sense of morality, or as he said, I
You
could go
can say
against my
immoral
family.
if you didn't define what's moral mean. You have to define what's moral mean to say something is immoral. So we can't say something is immoral. So we have to define what's mean moral. So what's mean moral?
But the thing is the foundation of the law as well. That's
Yeah.
how we got the law.
Of course, that's right. That's right.
Before
See
law,
that? No, it's
when
like a
people were
structure
immoral,
we need.
going back a long time, I'm talking 1,000 years, that's why religion came about. Religion was somewhere of the people trying to make everybody not kill each other
Well, that's right, that's the
and live as
plan.
one group.
Don't steal.
That's why religion was. I mean, I'm not a religious person, but I understand fully that religion is about imposing a set of rules on people how to live their lives.
It's important to have conversations.
Religion is
yes.
Yeah.
everywhere.
rule. So behind it is the moral reason and the right from wrong,
I-
and to
I-
have like a guide.
I personally now think that for a lot of people, religion is no longer an issue. You don't need it now. We have laws in place, we have governments in place,
So many things in place.
and we all know how to behave is. So therefore, if you're like for me, I'm agnostic. So I'm away from that. I don't need that. I don't do that. But everybody's welcome to have their own religion. I've got no problem with that.
Everybody's welcome to have their own religion.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
In your view.
It's a free world, isn't it?
Is it? Free world.
Should be.
We're never free.
Free will. Not free will. Free will. So yeah, I mean, I'm not religious, but if you are, good on you. I don't care.
But how do you define something moral or not? For example,
That's one's own personal opinion, isn't it?
yeah, I'm going to give an example. For example, cannibalism. It's human.
In a society, it's
There is society where
good.
it is good, and other
In this society, it's not good. But
how is this
Okay.
good or not?
All right. Okay.
You understand?
I understand that fully. It's like you get a lot of Christian people go to other countries to preach their religion and try to convert people to their religion.
Yeah.
And I think that's immoral. I think that's wrong because who's that person to say that our beliefs are better than your beliefs?
But
Maybe
I disagree.
you are saying this immoral in your opinion.
It's, absolutely.
It's
And that's all it can ever be.
But you can't say something immoral if you don't define moral before. If your moral is subjective,
I'm not
my
judging.
moral is subjective,
Okay.
his is subjective, we are
Absolutely.
And-
And therefore it's wrong for me
For-
to sorry, this is your call. This is your show. It's wrong
And to have a good
it's wrong
society-
it's wrong for me to say that or to castigate you as being immoral for something you do.
yeah.
It's my personal opinion.
Yeah.
It's not. Now, what happens is you get a government voted into power that generally recognises the majority of certain groups of morals. So you might have, you end
the
up with a
majority
country,
win.
and yeah, you end up with a country where the morals of the massive population go that way, and the morals of another group go that way, and you end up with two different. That's where you end up with two different types of governments. Well,
Yeah.
that's three
Can
or
I
four.
say something? That is, I think, a question that made me think. But I think for me, what is moral and what is immoral is more of what is right and what is wrong. And then we need to define what is right and what is
who's-
wrong.
yeah,
But
who's
right
chosen?
and wrong, right and wrong, I have the full freedom to define it as I want, as long as it concerns me. The moment it involves the other,
impact of this.
then there has to be something. So, for example, your example about cannibalism, that involves the other. It has nothing to do with, like, I have the freedom to drink, but I do not have the freedom to drink too much in a way that I would jeopardize the lives of others.
Why?
At that point, because
why?
it involves the other.
But who told you that if it involves the other, we can't do it's bad thing?
Because the other at this point has their own rights and their opinions and their own way of life.
If for example, in my moral, told me that I can impose myself to the others.
That's not
No,
right.
no, that is
Ooh.
that is not possible.
Earlier you said it's okay for everyone to have different moral.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
You
it's
should
not
not-
that.
Pardon?
There was no.
You shouldn't impose your morals on somebody else.
Why not?
Why
That's
not?
wrong. That's wrong.
If that's
Okay,
part of his
then.
morality.
My moral is to kill everybody that I don't like.
But
Is
it
that
is
good? I'm
is
going to
it-
impose that. That's wrong.
In our
You
view,
might
it's
see
wrong.
good as good
But
for you.
if someone that believes it's right, it's morally right.
I think that's wrong. I disagree.
For us,
again,
it's
what did you
wrong.
say? What
In
did you
our
say?
in our morality, it's wrong. But for some people, like let's say his morality were, in his morality, if it were okay to impose his morals,
Yes.
then you have
And
to
that's
accept
why you end up with
that's
wars.
his morality, and you've just
And that's
said
why you end up with wars. That's why you end up with wars.
Because
so
the
there is no
other-
morality. It's power.
No.
Oh,
no.
very
No.
good.
No.
No morality,
If I'm living
a
my life,
power.
I don't agree.
if
Oh.
I'm
That is
living
scary
my
again.
life,
Oh,
my morals,
very
I'm
interesting.
living my life.
No morality, power.
I impose your morals
We need
on me,
morality, of course, always.
then I will say no.
But
I will stop that.
and you are
wrong, that is
and you are
terrible.
going
Who
to
are
killing
you?
me. If you kill me, you are the power. So your moral have win.
Who said that? No, I'm saying if I have morals,
Yeah.
my certain morals, you come along with your morals and tell me that my morals are wrong, I'll say no, my morals are right, and I'll fight for my morals.
Because you all
So
have
fight.
different standards.
So you fight. You are
And
going to
that's
kill
what
So
I do.
fighting is
And
moral
I'm
then?
war.
And fighting is moral
If it's
itself?
self-protection morals, yeah, self-defence, yeah.
Who told
Ah,
you?
he said fighting is moral.
I mean- Yeah, I mean.
Stand up to his position.
Yeah, I
of
understand.
his definition
But
of
I
right
mean,
and wrong. But you all
so-
have
If
different
somebody comes along and tries to impose their morals on me,
obviously you're going to have a...
you
and I
know,
disagree with them, I will fight against
Very
them.
interesting. Nice to chat with
It's
everyone.
natural.
I mean, so and if you win, it's more your moral is going to win. I agree with that.
If I win?
Yeah. So it's a question of power.
So it's about self-defense.
If I win, I will impose my moral. It's a power. It's a question of power.
Imposing is not moral.
So power and morals are the same.
You say it's moral to impose your morals on other people.
Well, if he wins,
for example,
but if he wins the fight,
that's terrible.
Take it. We are going to take it cliche, big. For example, in Islam, they ask me to kill every infidel and to impose Islam. And I'm believing in that for sure, and I'm doing it. And so what? What are you going to do to stop me?
Yeah. Well, this is why you end up with wars, isn't it?
Of course. So the bottom line is then, he's saying then that morals, the ultimate moral, is power, or might is right. Would you agree with that?
Might to defend your own morals, yes. But should I then? Okay, let's turn it out. You fight me. We have a war. We win. Should I then go and take that war to you?
No, but you've won.
My morals.
No, you won. If you won, if you won the war, then your morals prevail. So might is right. There's nothing to discuss after that.
Yeah, you need to be able to defend your own morals, yes.
Yeah. So is that moral?
If it's being defended, to be defensive is moral, yes. Offensive is not.
Oh.
I think what is
to be offensive.
Offensive, i.e., it's opposite of defence.
That's fair enough.
See, they're being offensive with their morals. We're being defensive with their morals.
I think what is important for me, my concern is just to share with you guys might or power. For me, the concern is how do you use your power, for the right or for the wrong?
I think you need
and
might and power to defend you.
But this is important indeed because this is having an impact on our behavior, and of course we will impact others through our behaviors, through our morals, through our values, through our upbringing, what we know. And obviously when we're a child, but when you're an adult, you think for yourself on your feet and you decide then what's right from wrong as well. But of course you have the influence of the upbringing and the right from wrong, and to respect others, because when you impose, it is not anymore the freedom of the other one to speak, because obviously we need to interact and to discuss our standard of definition. And when you have different definition, you have a conflict because you need to compromise in between. No? Because what's the point to dictate to somebody else or to impose somebody else? It's not right to me. I mean, to me it's not right. But of course, this is your definition, isn't it? So for you it's normal, but for me it's not. For you it's right. In you, if I follow your point of view, like this is the way you've been brought up, for instance, and for you all your life in your childhood, it's like for you, it's like the format. You have a format, I have a format. So you think apple and I think bananas. So at the end of the day, you know, obviously we are still fruits. We are human beings.
So the most important thing is to understand each other. To avoid.
Yeah, but listen, you said the most important thing is to understand each other.
To respect
so
each other.
So in my society, we don't believe it's a good thing to rape babies and to eat babies. So let's say that's my side. But say in your society, you believe that it's the right thing to eat babies and rape babies. Okay, so I'm over here in my land, and then you're over there in your land, and then what happens when we hear that you're eating babies and raping babies over there where you live? Do we just ignore it and say, well, we're happy over here, or do we say, look, these people need to be civilized?
Yeah, it depends on morality.
What?
It depends.
Depends on what?
I think that's an extreme example, isn't it?
It's not that extreme. It's not that extreme. It's not that extreme.
When interfering with other people's countries, the way the governments do that country, I disagree with quite often. I disagree with it.
Right, so you're saying that whatever people are doing over there in their own countries or in their own homes,
I think
that it's okay.
I think only extremes. There are extreme cases.
Extreme?
No. As you just said, that's an extreme.
It's not extreme.
Just because we disagree with the way a government's run in another country. I don't think you should impose your morals on them. Again, back to imposing your morals again, aren't we? I think you should just stand back, let them have their own government. There are cases when, there's...
Hold on. Let's talk about these cases. So you're saying there are cases when your society has to go outside itself and invade another society because it's a special
But
case. Is that what you're saying?
I believe there could be. I don't know of any.
For example,
But you're saying that.
You're saying if there was a country.
No. Hold it. We're saying you said that there's cases. You're saying there's cases.
I said there is. There could be. I don't know of any.
Yeah, but if there was a case, then that justifies morally you going outside your borders. Does it? Yes or no?
He's never done it, so it's debatable.
I don't know about never. I don't know.
What's your name again, brother?
IC3. IC3. Good.
Content over everything from your humanity.
Man, say it straight. Man, don't listen to BBC. Man, don't listen to ITV.
3 million black men.
Can I just explain something, my brother? I agree with you. Islam.
Having a conversation with you is basically the last thing I really want to do.
So, my brother, I'm going to talk to this guy. I'm trying to say something, I never get a chance to say anything. You don't know me very well. I agree with you.
Tell me what you want to say.
Religions, all three religions. I mean, brother, can you put the camera away from me? Because I've been...
Why can't we have a camera? I'm not afraid of a camera.
All three religions, Jewish, Muslim, Christianity, in the history,